Hello, it's good to see you again. Well, at least virtually anyway. The words you just heard, you are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need. Your love has set us free. Who do you think Christians are thinking of when they sing these words? Of course, I knew you'd know. Jesus. Christians believe that at Easter 2,000 years ago, something really special happened. And I want to tell that story to you now. However, I will need your help. Because as we hear the story, I'll be using some knock-knock jokes. I'm sure you know what to do, but let's have a little practice. Knock knock. Doris. Doris locked. That's why I've knocked. I knew you'd know what to do. Just remember, in the knock-knock jokes, to not forget your line. I'm sure your teachers will join in enthusiastically, but let's have another little practice. Knock knock. Doctor. Oh, you know that one already. Never mind. Now let's start with our story, and don't forget to join in. Knock knock. Sadie. Say the magic word and watch me disappear. There was a time when Jesus disappeared, but it certainly wasn't funny. Many people had watched as Jesus was crucified. Many had heard his anguish and seen his pain. Many had seen him die, be taken down from the cross by Roman guards, and then be carried to a burial cave. Many had watched as a stone rolled across the entrance and guards took up their positions outside of the tomb. However, the next day, when Mary and some other women came early to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body, they discovered that he had disappeared. The stone had been rolled away and the tomb was empty. At that moment, their sadness and bereavement turned to fear, shock, and horror. Mary wandered the garden in tears until a gardener asked her why she was crying. Someone has taken Jesus' body and we don't know where they've laid him, Mary wept. Mary wasn't the only one struggling to understand Jesus' disappearance. The poor Roman guards were called before their boss, the centurion, to give their account. What do you mean it's disappeared? Dead bodies don't just disappear, the Roman soldier barked. Knock knock. There's no body. It's Mary, and there's no body. Suddenly, Mary realised that the gardener she was talking to was actually Jesus. She immediately rushed down the road to share her news with some of the other followers of Jesus. When Peter opened the door to her urgent knocking, Mary explained what had just happened. Peter was really confused, but he ran to the tomb to see for himself. Mary's right, exclaimed Peter. There's no body. Jesus isn't here, although the clothes that his body was wrapped in are still there. Even the cloth that covered his head is lying there, neatly folded. Later, the disciples were all together in an upstairs room, trying to come to terms with the news, when there was a knock at the door. Knock knock. Let us in, it's cold out here. Actually, that last bit is just a joke. Jesus didn't knock on the door and ask to come in. Instead, the disciples were sitting in the room, thinking over the day's events, when Jesus appeared, right there among them. He hadn't needed to knock. He had risen from the dead and had come to be with the disciples and to comfort them. Can you imagine how surprised Jesus' friends would have been? He was really alive again. He had risen from the dead. What great news! Jesus coming back to life again is called the resurrection. It's a central Christian belief. Christians believe that Jesus died on the cross and then came back to life. On Good Friday, they remember his death, and on Easter Sunday, they celebrate his resurrection. Christians also believe that Jesus didn't die again, but went back to heaven alive, which means that he is always there for us to talk to, anytime, and give us comfort, just as he did the disciples. Now let's listen to a knock-knock joke with a difference. Knock, knock. Anybody home? God is always home, is always there, at home in us. And he always answers, so there's no need to knock. I'm now going to say a prayer, and if you'd like to make it your prayer, you can join in with the Amen at the end. But first, let us make ourselves a space for ourselves by closing our eyes. Dear God, thank you that Jesus came back to life and is alive today. Thank you that you promise always to be near us. Help us to remember that we can talk to you at any time of the day or night. You are always there to listen to us, and we don't need to knock. Amen. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope in the playground you will share some of your favourite jokes, and maybe share your favourite part of our story this morning. Again, thank you for listening.